From the PEP Radio Newsroom, these are the stories we are following at this hour. Governor Gavin Newsom on Monday urged California's local governments to clear homeless encampments, escalating the state's efforts to ban the growing number of makeshift camps on sidewalks and in parks that are the most visible signs of the crisis of people living on the streets. The announcement of a new model ordinance for counties, cities, and towns is coupled with the release of $3.3 billion in voter-approved funds the state will make available to communities to expand housing and treatment options for homeless residents, the governor's office said in a news release. The goal is to help municipalities set rules around encampments and establish effective enforcement procedures that prioritize shelter and services. Encampments pose a serious public safety risk and expose the people in encampments to increased risk of sexual violence, criminal activity, property damage, and break-ins, and unsanitary conditions, the news release continued. In 2024, voters approved a measure that imposes strict requirements on counties to spend on housing and drug treatment programs to tackle the homeless crisis. It was a signature proposal for Newsom, who campaigned for the measure's passage. Under the measure, counties are required to spend about two-thirds of the money from a voter-approved tax on millionaires enacted in 2004 for mental health services on housing and programs for homeless people with serious mental illnesses or substance abuse problems. The state accounts for nearly a third of the homeless population in the United States. More than 187,000 Californians need housing. Turning to Pennsylvania news, National Honor Our LGBTQ Plus Elders Day is May 16th. Established in 2015 by Baltimore's Chase Brexton Health Services, National Honor Our LGBTQ Plus Elders Day gained national recognition through social media and the numerous contributions made by LGBTQ plus seniors. There are approximately 2.7 million LGBTQ plus adults aged 50 and older in the United States. National Honor Our LGBTQ plus Elders Day is an opportunity to recognize the contributions made by LGBTQ plus elders in Erie and throughout Pennsylvania. In 2023, a group of Erie LGBTQ plus elders identified a need and formed Aging with Pride to support the aging LGBTQ plus population in the city and county of Erie. Initially a social organization, Aging with Pride grew to incorporate a commitment to the greater Erie community through contributions to existing organizations. This small but vibrant association includes former teachers, registered nurses, managers, therapists, federal employees, manufacturing employees, and carpenters. LGBTQ plus older adults are at high risk for elder abuse, neglect, and exploitation due to factors such as social isolation, solo aging, past experiences with violence, harassment, and discrimination. Aging with Pride organizes social activities such as dining at local restaurants and game nights to mitigate social isolation. There have been visits to art galleries in Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and the group also schedules speakers on topics such as Medicare, which are all of interest to seniors. Efforts have resulted in establishing relationships with other LGBTQ plus senior organizations and in surrounding cities to share information and plan gatherings. And finally, at Perry Traditional Academy, students took time out from classes on a recent Thursday to listen quietly in the school auditorium while a small group of their classmates questioned the four candidates running in Pittsburgh's upcoming mayoral primary. The topics covered an array of issues important to the teens: policing, school funding, and youth involvement in their administrations. The forum, coordinated by the Allegheny Youth Vote Coalition, working with Pittsburgh Public Schools, was the 8th, held at a public high school in the city, all designed to get the youngest and future voters involved in elections. After the candidates left, they had a short oral civics test on elections with prizes for correct answers. What's happening in Pittsburgh and surrounding Allegheny County is part of a national trend. Young people have consistently turned out to vote at lower rates than older Americans. Civic organizations are hoping to reverse that by getting teenagers engaged in public debate before they are even eligible to vote, seeing it as a foundational matter to the future of U.S. democracy. Tomorrow, May 13th, is the last day to request a mail-in or absentee ballot. Pennsylvania's primary election day is May 20th. Polls are open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. That's our news blast at this hour. Up next, we have the National Weather Service forecast for Meadville here on PEP Radio.